Thank you, Speaker. I'll start again, expressing my delight to the Chamber that I'm speaking at third reading to Bill S-222, the Effective and Accountable Charities Act. In keeping the interest of so many of my colleagues who want to speak to their items on the order paper after me, I'm going to choose brevity over eloquence to make 3 brief points. First, my sincere appreciation to the Senate National Finance Committee, its Chair Senator Mockler and Steering Committee members Senator Klein and Senator Faure for their facilitation and timely review of this bill. My appreciation as well to Senator Coyle and Senator Mercer for their support of the bill at second reading, and a special mention to the leadership of Senator Mercer for his calling into life of the Senate Charity study on which this bill rests, and to the critic of the bill, Senator Plett, for his support of the bill. A friendly critic is a gift indeed. Second, very briefly, let me outline the need for this amendment. It will remove a significant hindrance and reams of red tape that result in inefficiencies, legal expenses, and power imbalances for charities both domestically and internationally. It will finally give place to Indigenous and racial justice groups in Canada to play a meaningful place in the charitable space, thus dealing with a hidden expression of systemic racism in the law. It will also remove the vestiges of colonialism from our international development charities. And it will do all this without sacrificing any measure of accountability for charitably exempt dollars, because the amendment lays out the process for assuring resource accountability. There will be upfront due diligence, agreements on activities and timelines, budgets and reporting between the charity and the non-charity. The non-charity will provide full accountability to the charity for receiving and reporting on the use of funds as per the timelines agreed upon, and about the progress on outcomes and impact. But the non-charity will not be controlled or dictated to by the charity, as is the current practice emanating from the law. The project management will rest with the non-charity. As such, Bill S-22 accomplishes 2 very important objectives, colleagues. First, it provides accountability, and second, it provides for empowering partnerships. It is not an either-or. Accountability and empowerment, accountability and partnerships are not mutually exclusive concepts. And finally, colleagues, I humbly look to you for your support in sending this bill to the House of Commons. Thank you.
On debate, Senator Plett.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I will be equally brief. It is indeed my pleasure to stand here to speak to Bill S-222 at third reading. And as I said in my second reading speech, although I stand in the role of critic of this bill, I am very supportive of the legislation and am pleased to see it moving along expeditiously. I am hoping that Senator Deak in Nova Scotia will take note that when he reminded me the other day, he hoped that I would be wanting to move legislation forward that was not necessarily brought forward by the Conservatives, that I would be equally enthusiastic about moving legislation forward, and I want to assure him that I am doing that today.
Hear, hear.
I want to thank Senator Omidvar one more time for her work on this bill, as well as the members of the Senate Standing Committee on National Finance. I would also like to note the good work done on this issue by the Special Senate Committee on the Charitable Sector. Their study in the last Parliament helped increase awareness of the challenges faced by the charitable sector and underscored that many changes are needed. This bill addresses one of those. Colleagues, in a parliamentary system which depends on parliamentary opposition to function properly, it is always gratifying to find issues where there is broad consensus and cooperation. And when that happens in this chamber, as it has with this bill, it leaves one hopeful that the same will be true in the other chamber. However, as we know, that is not always the case. If the Senate chooses to pass Bill S-222 and send it to the other place, it will be arriving at the 11th hour before the summer recess. Although the Leader of the Opposition, Aaron O'Toole, has expressed his support for making changes to the direction and control regime, it is unknown if the government is ready to move this bill forward. I would note that at committee, the officials from Canada Revenue Agency did not express any concern about the proposed changes, apart from the fact that it will take 12 to 18 months to put the changes in place. However, the bill provides a 2-year window before coming into force, which will give them ample time to do the necessary consultations and develop new guidance for charities. Nevertheless, the uncertainty over the government's support and the very short timeline before rising for the summer and the possibility of a fall election or prorogation all leave the bill's future hanging in the balance. In light of this, I do encourage senators to support this bill and send it to the other place as quickly as possible for their consideration. As Bruce MacDonald, President and CEO of Imagine Canada, noted at committee, the legislation will create a more effective and more efficient system. It will reduce the amount of red tape that charities have to deal with. It will reduce the number of contracts or agreements that are needed, reduce the legal costs that organizations are compelled to incur, and bring Canada into line with existing regimes in Australia, the US, and the UK. Colleagues, as I have noted, the changes proposed by this bill are necessary and long overdue, and it is my hope that you will continue to support it and vote for this bill now.
Senator, ready for the question? It was moved by the Honourable Senator Omidvar, seconded by the Honourable Senator Wu, that the bill be read a third time. If you are opposed to the motion, say no. Carried.
Projet de loi, third reading of this bill.
Ordonné qu'un message soit transmis à la
Ordered that a message be sent to the House of Commons to acquaint the House that the Senate has passed this bill, to which it desires their concurrence.